Pull them panties off. Pull them panties off on the dance floor. Pull them panties off. Yeah. Pull them panties off. Hell yeah. Pull them panties off on the dance floor.
I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor.
Give me a scotch on the rocks. This song got me hot on my socks. I was getting out the car on the way to the bar and they be ordering shots. We got this rap game on lock. I spit hot shit off the top. They tell me slow down, but I won't stop.
Adam, you're still muted, bud.
Never mind. Welcome to Roll for Reflection, episode 8. That's crazy because I just texted you and I was like, hey, make sure you're not muted. Episode 8 of Roll for Reflection, titled Work and Home Life Balance. Is it real? The world may never know. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. It's super good to be back once again to Roll for Reflection after our long hiatus. We did 2 weeks in a row. Holy shit!
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Consistency.
That's crazy.
We didn't have a little like cool intro this week, so we just did a little dance battle.
Yeah, I woke up 15 minutes ago, and that's mostly because I was up until 2 a.m. last night, grinding reputation in Hollowfall in World of Warcraft, so I can get my mount. But that's neither here nor there.
I called you this morning. Well, morning for me. And you answered, and you're like, what? I'm playing World of Warcraft. What do we?
I did not say... Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like
you did.
just... just now. Yeah, he called me, and we were trying to like get everything ready for the stream. I was like, I am playing World of Warcraft right now. What the fuck do you want?
Get out of my fucking room.
Get out of my room. I'm playing World of Warcraft.
You don't underestimate my power.
Don't underestimate the champion of Orgrimmar. People who don't play WoW are going to have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Just like you have no clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I tried to laugh that off like as if I knew it was going
to be. Totally, dude.
Those
for
people,
sure.
Right? Those silly...
Those silly plebeians have no idea of my power. But that's okay. So
it's like the Harry Potter fans who unironically call people muggles or whatever.
That's what a lot of military people call civilians.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't know that?
I love that.
Yeah. So
no, I didn't.
They give us a whole class and everything on how to become a muggle after being in the military for so long. Which is crazy. It's just a giant scare tactic to where you go in there and it's supposed to be them like teaching you how to write a resume and all of that, and them teaching you how to apply for jobs and all these different agencies that you can go through. But the whole time they're like, you're going to be fucking broke. You're going to be a homeless veteran who loses his fucking legs to gangrene. Don't leave the military. And it's like, Yeah. It's insane. But today's theme, I believe we already said it, but we'll reiterate, is work and home life balance. Yeah. Does it actually exist? Is it real? How do you obtain it? We'll talk about that today. And then also we'll just be going over our regular questions of how to deal with stress when it comes to work and home life balance, maybe just work in general, maybe give some advice and see what y'all think.
Yeah.
But to start off, Isaiah, have you been up to anything recently? I figured we could just talk for a little bit.
I've been working. I've been drawing. Listen, I know I'm hard on myself a lot when it comes to art, but lately I've been putting out bangers. I don't know what's going on. I've just been doing like huge splash pages of different characters. I've been doing a little bit of commissions here and there. Trying to get better with like bodies and poses. I'm really good at faces and character heads and all that. I got to work on my poses and bodies and whatnot, anatomy. Yeah, just been chilling, really, making that money when I can.
Oh, nice. I've been going through a government shutdown, so I haven't been making that money, but that's okay, because it'll probably get fixed sooner or later.
Yay, government.
Yay, government. Woohoo. And that's something else we'll be
There's a
talking
red
about,
dot
too.
on
Yeah,
my
right.
forehead.
Yeah. That's something else we'll be talking about, too. Not the political side of it, but how to deal with these kinds of things. And if you are in the military, because I know quite a few military people watch our podcast, some agencies that you can go through and all of that. So, all right. Well, let's jump right into it, yeah? What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Why don't we just go straight into the first question? Do you want to read this one off? Why don't you read this one off, Isaiah?
How do I explain to my family that I'm struggling mentally without feeling like a burden? I don't know why I did that like a newscaster, but that is a really good question.
That is a really good question. Golly.
I have more of a story rather than an answer for this. I'm going to have to like navigate
Oh, you're good.
my way
Let's
through
hear
the
it.
story for an answer. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
Let's have you start with this one.
Start. Well, this is really a case-by-case kind of thing. It depends on how your family is when it comes to talking openly about mental health and struggles and all that. My family's kind of... I'd say now it's a lot better because me and my sister both have kind of... like there's no beating around the bush that we are mentally fucked a little bit. Not that the rest of my family isn't, but it's just the fact that they're not as in tune with it as we are, or not as in tune, but as like aware of it, accepting of it as we are.
The older generation
so, like,
usually isn't as accepting as the younger.
So growing up, it was kind of hard to talk about anything. There was points of time recently where my parents were like, you talked about this kind of stuff when you were a teenager, but we thought it was you going through a teenage phase, which that's a whole other topic of like...
It's not a phase. It's never a phase.
Well, it's never a phase, but that's a whole other topic that we can talk about
teenage angst.
People just kind of diminishing, teenage angst, but people diminishing what you're going through just based off who you are as a person or something. It's a phase, you're young, it'll pass and all that, and then 23, 24 years old, and they're like, oh, it didn't go away. That's surprising. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
So it's been... I don't like to... That's the thing. Like, how do I do it without feeling like a burden? My whole thing was I just never wanted to worry my mom or my dad or anything like that. I didn't want to worry them with, like, oh my God, he's going to kill himself and all this crazy stuff that will go through your head once I open up about what's in my head. And I don't blame them for being worried because it's just something you never want to hear from anybody, but especially your kid.
Yeah, your child, yeah.
So I've been struggling mentally since I was like early teen, like 14, 15 is when I kind of noticed it. And I've only ever sat them down and just had like a talk. It's never planned though. It's like most of the time it's like I'm struggling so hard that like a lot of the time like I'm about to leave their house or go back to my house or whatever. I'm just like, yeah. Hey, so I'm doing really fucking bad. I just need to
what's it called? When you're at your therapist and you're walking out the door and you're like, by the way, I think I have psychosis. Bye. It's called like
Is there a term for that?
A backdoor reveal or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I know the kind of, thing that happens. I just don't know the actual full term.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's always been kind of hard to talk about anything with them. Growing up, they've learning more about it. They can read something on the internet. My mom goes through a lot of the similar stuff that me and my sister go through. So it's just really depends on how open your family is to it, to talk about, which isn't anyone's fault. Like, it's just, that's their family or what is it called? Yeah, it's specifically family oriented. What I do, which is it's a meme. It's kind of a funny thing that I saw, but it is very accurate. Slipping, kind of like hints of a conversation around that, into more casual conversations, like slipping like small little tidbits out, like sneak previews, I guess. The term that I saw was like when I slip therapy notes into normal conversations with my parents, like it's like a dog, like putting pills and cheese for dogs, like that. I'm misquoting it terribly.
Pills. I don't even like cheese. Something like that.
Yeah. So it's just like I'll kind of casually mention something that I'm going through, or like a very specific kind of I won't say it right now, but just like stuff that I've gone through, or like how I'm feeling into, how was your day, and did you see this movie, whatever. Just like sparking up normal conversation and then just kind of slipping it, like shoehorning. I think it's a good term. Just like, oh yeah, and I don't know, I've just been kind of feeling like this lately, and I don't know. That's probably not the best thing to do. You should just be very open and honest about it. But with some people, they get very uncomfortable when talking about topics like that.
Yeah.
About like I remember, it was like a consultation before you actually see a therapist. Like, when I was a kid, when I was like 15, and we tried to get me like booked for a child therapist, I was at the consultation with my mom, and they were asking me questions. Well, how do you feel? Do you feel this way, on a regular basis? Do you how extreme is it? And then they asked me, well, do you ever have suicidal thoughts or something like that, or hurting yourself? And I go, yes, I do. And my mom's sitting next to me, and her head whips around, and she's just looking at me like, what? I don't. I'm like,
I've told you
we're
this.
here. Like, I don't.
Yeah, we're here.
Like, I think leading up to it, I kind of like was very like soft launching, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not feeling good. I feel really down all the time. Nothing I usually like. It doesn't feel good anymore. But I waited for like the huge stuff until we were actually at the doctor's office to tell. Because you got to be fully honest with the doctor.
Yeah.
If you want to get the kind of help that you're looking for.
Good answer though. I like that.
So,
I have completely different feelings on it. Your piece of advice was to kind of sidestep your way into a conversation.
Right. It's not about beating around the bush, but knowing the fact that some people aren't as accepting or open to talk about the kind of stuff. Yeah. Just slowly shoehorning it in. Like, again, I don't want to beat around the bush, but
what was the
sometimes
what was the full question again?
It was, how do I explain to my family that I'm struggling mentally without feeling like a burden?
So for me, I grew up in I love my folks to death. I love them. They are great people, but they have their moments. Always got to preface. I love my folks, but mental health just wasn't a conversation that we had in my house. We did not talk about it. We did not do this, did not do that. If there was something wrong and it was readily apparent, it had to be because of ADD, ADHD, something like that. And I realized that no matter what I said, it was always the answer of, well, it'll go away soon. It'll pass. Right. Like what you said, it'll pass. And the thing is, after so long, by the time I was about 16, I just never talked about it ever again. I just never talked about it. I was going to a therapist and all that, and that was more of because of my ADD, and I was being put on Adderall, pretty much Adderall. Right. And the Adderall helped me greatly with my current depression and anxiety that I had going on at the time, which is weird when you think about it, but the Adderall gave me fucking superpowers, dude. I was acing school. I was doing things that I never knew that I could do. I was discovering talents like every day. I want Adderall.
Yeah.
But I'm joking. But it just wasn't a conversation that we had. So for me, something that I wish I did when I was younger is I wish that I was just straight up honest. And I just said, hey, this is happening to me and I don't know what the fuck to do. Because whenever I try and bring it up to you guys, nothing seems to come from it. Nothing happens. I'm not getting any help. I wish that I had just sat down and told them 100% what was going on. And now, it's kind of the same deal. Now I'm 23, and when my mom and I are on the phone, I talk about all these different issues that I have. Or me and my dad, I still don't really talk about it with my dad all that much. But when I talk about it with my mom, she's like, well, you were never like this. You were never like this. What happened? It's that damn military. That military made you depressed. I'm like, dude, I was depressed before I joined the damn military, all right?
It's always something else. It's the music you listen to. It's the things you consume.
Exactly.
Like, it's always something else, but it's never
it never has anything to do with your childhood.
Well, childhood or like nature and nurture, and the thing is, I'm not like upset with my parents because of like, oh, well, I thought this was just a phase, whatever, because you really don't know what's going on in someone else's mind.
I'm not upset with mine
especially
either.
Growing up. I'm glad that we have a better conversation about mental health nowadays. Like, because growing up, it was, you're weird if you're depressed. You're odd. You're weird. Like, it's not
Yeah.
It wasn't and this is not that long. This is early 2000s, 2010s maybe.
It's funny to see how a lot of people who, like, when we were teenagers and all that, and we were depressed, and there was the quiet fucking suicidal emo kid in the corner, the stereotype. Everyone's like, that guy's fucking weird. Meh. Everybody wants to be that guy now. What's that all about?
Yeah.
It's like
it's an aesthetic sometimes.
An aesthetic, my ass. It's stupid.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just.
Yeah.
I feel like some people do use it as an aesthetic, as a style, rather than like a mental thing.
I'm alt. I make porn and I'm depressed. Like, all right, Jennifer. I've been seeing so much of that shit lately, and it's been pissing me off so much. To where you'll see these, it's people I went to high school with too. You'll see them looking normal, quote unquote, and then a month later, they're alternative or they're goth or whatever. And the purpose of them doing that isn't because they genuinely feel like this is who they are. They're doing it for the aesthetic, and they're doing it so that they can make money on OnlyFans and all these other websites.
Yeah.
And I get it. Make your money. I don't really give a shit at this point. Make your money. Do it however you want to do it. I'm not promoting selling your body on the internet, but hey, I'm saying if you're going to do it, at least make some money out of it. But the seeing these people go to this mindset, and then it's like we talk about with every other session, it's self-actualization. They take on this persona, and then they actually become depressed because they are taking on this persona and these activities that they're doing while doing so. I don't know. Just a little side rant from me. I don't know how you feel about all that.
About like the whole aesthetic thing, I feel like it's cool if people try new styles or whatever, but
yeah, absolutely.
When people genuinely just like they know that's not who they are as people or whatever, and they kind of make it like the people that have new personalities every week that they try them on like new clothes.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see.
Yeah, I met a guy like that in the military, and it was an experience to be around him. It was definitely an experience. Because it almost feels like he's bipolar, at a point to where you're trying on so many different personalities, and you show up and you're like, well, I'm gonna be mean today, or I'm gonna be a really nice dude who's really into church and all that shit, and then that fucks up my brain because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I being a bad friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, best thing for people to do moving forward if they want some advice for talking to their folks. You can maybe do a combination of both what Isaiah and I said. And that is kind of shoehorn your way into the conversation. But when you're in the conversation, just say it all. Because your family loves you. For a lot of cases. I can't speak for everybody when I say that. Because that's the sad reality. They will listen, and they will take you seriously if you are serious. So...
Two things before we go on to the next one, because I'm going to lose it if I don't. One, family is not always blood related. Family is, Adam, I consider you my family. I consider Hayden, Ari my family. Like, family, I know family, the people that you're blood related, DNA related, but I really do believe that family is not just blood. It's the people that you are closest with, you love. That's the first thing I want to say. And second, being able to communicate how I feel to my mom, my dad, my sister, sometimes my aunt when she, because I don't really like to talk about that kind of stuff with my aunt, but sometimes it's so bad she will notice, like, my face. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah,
I'm okay.
Yes,
I just got done crying in the bathroom.
You're right. Educating yourself first on not as like the broad emotions of, oh, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling depressed, like getting a vocabulary for these certain things, doing your own kind of research into like, okay, this very specific feeling I'm feeling, and then there's usually like a term, or there's someone else on the internet or a book or whatever, they explain it in a certain way that clicks in your brain. You go, yes, that's what I feel. I've been feeling that for years. And someone else, it clicked with them. Getting a better vocabulary with like topics of mental health or depression and all that. Being able to articulate it as best you can, that helps a lot. It'll be so much more impactful than saying, yeah, I'm just feeling down, I don't know what's going on with me. And that's not to tear down anyone that hasn't learned that stuff yet. Like, I'm just saying, when you do learn that and you find the best phrasing for things, that's going to help tremendously.
Yeah, I agree.
Not only for your own understanding, but for the people you're trying to communicate to.
Good answer, dude.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Dude, good advice. Do you think anybody actually watches this podcast?
I hope so.
These guys,
I sure hope so.
These guys are cool. What's the timer at?
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, that clipped. We were at 29 minutes. Was that
that's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad. Before we went live, we were doing Jennifer Coolidge impressions, and we were like, I wonder how long it'll take us to naturally do a Jennifer Coolidge impression.
Yeah.
29 minutes and 18 seconds. There we go.
Hey, at least we have a first-time chat from Abby Oodle Oodle. They said yes.
That is my girl.
Yeah.
What's the chat?
They just said yes.
Yes.
At least they watch the podcast. Man, it is so fun sometimes just to sit back and speculate this shit with you, and just to sit back and talk. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times it's really relaxing.
Oh yeah.
And I want Jennifer Coolidge as a guest on the podcast.
I desperately want Jennifer Coolidge to watch our podcast.
Before we get what?
I just wanted to give us a review.
I like it when Adam and the guy with the long hair start dancing.
She doesn't know my name?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Adam and Isaac.
Nice. If Jennifer Coolidge didn't know my name and said like Isaac or Elijah or something, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, yeah, that's my name.
Yeah,
that's my name.
But you have
Appreciate
the long hair guy. She knows you though.
The long-haired guy. Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Long-haired guy.
I love it how my Jennifer Coolidge impression is just one tiny vocal fry away from Smeagol.
Oh, wow. Long-haired guy.
Wow, my precious. We got to get on to the next one. We're gonna get.
Wow, my precious.
It turns into Owen Wilson. Wow, my precious.
God, I want them to have a kid. I want Owen Wilson.
That would be
and Coolidge to have a
insane.
kid. And then the baby comes out and is like, "Wow, I'm a baby."
Wow. This is life. Wow.
All right, I'm gonna read a question. I'm reading a question.
Do it.
What if home doesn't
back.
feel relaxing anymore? That's a big one, dude. What if home doesn't feel relaxing anymore? That should be the very bottom of the list that I sent you, but it's okay. I will answer this question first.
Oh, we're just shuffling the question.
Yeah, man, shuffle.
Okay. Fine.
What if home doesn't feel relaxing anymore? I have had this happen so many times in my experience through my work-life balance. I would come home from work, and I would come home to this shitty fucking apartment with, I've always had roommates. This is actually one of the first times that I've lived alone, and no dirt on my roommates or anything, but sometimes I didn't like those motherfuckers. So it was really hard for me to come home and relax, and for me to unwind and decompress. And it became it became work away from work, trying to just balance the different personalities of everybody that I lived with and try and just make myself feel comfortable again. And for those of you with some extra pocket change, I would recommend moving out on your own. Get your own apartment. You'll realize once you have your own space that it is so much more relaxing just to come home and do nothing or do something and not have to worry about the presence or the opinions of others. Now, if you are in a position where money is tight and you need roommates, trust me, I was there for a very long time. I'm still there. I would recommend that you take a look at your hobbies and take a look at everything that you do outside of work that makes you happy. If you don't do a lot of things outside of work, specifically at home, like if you go home and you're doing the stock market and you just lost $500, trying to trade some fucking G coin or whatever this shit is now, maybe that's not the most relaxing thing that you can do inside your home, and maybe that's not something that will make your home feel like a home. It'll still feel like work. Take a look at your hobbies and take a look at the your decorations and your aesthetic of your apartment or your house. And if you still live with your folks, you could always just find ways to slightly enjoy your home life a little bit more. Get an animal if you don't have an animal. They're surprisingly cheap to take care of, specifically cats.
I found mine outside.
Yeah. I got mine for free when I did have a cat. I don't have a cat anymore.
I'm sorry. And then my cat gave birth to a bunch of kittens, and I was like, oh shit. I'm sorry. It makes it sound like I did it. Sorry about that. Was my bad.
Sorry.
You drinking your tea?
This tea is so freaking hot, dude. Oh my gosh.
Does it taste like those delicious microplastics that you're talking about?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome.
This is just a fucking ASMR video at this point. You guys want some ASMR?
I would love to do ASMR. I'm gonna do an ASMR video. I don't know about what. ASMR, you're at a truck stop.
ASMR, you're at a truck stop waiting for your ride to get there. Hey baby, You one of them lot lizards?
Guys, welcome back to the Lot Lizard podcast.
Yeah, welcome back to the Lot Lizard podcast. We do have a chat
That is
from Abby Oodle Oodle.
Hi, baby.
Rituals are important and very helpful in my experience. Setting a candle, cooking a comfort meal, doing little routines before bed or when you get home.
Yes.
It can help reset the nervous system from work mode to a more relaxed state. That is such a true statement. That is such a true statement. When I was living at home, my girlfriend has these incense, and one of them is called Dragon's Blood. Dude, when I tell you the most tranquil state of mind I've ever been in my life is when those incense were going off, and I was just sitting and chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome. Dragon's Blood smells good. Yeah, it does. It smells fucking awesome. What about you, Isaiah? Do you want me to reread the question?
I'll reread it.
Okay.
Is it at the very bottom? How do I? Okay, where I'm losing it. No, yes, reread the question. Cause.
Okay.
Wait. What if home doesn't feel relaxing anymore? Sorry, I found it. Just a big for those that don't know off camera. There's just a big list of the questions for today.
Yeah, I don't really have a good way of organizing them. I kind of just copy and paste into my notes tab and then send them on over to Isaiah.
It's lovely. So personally, I've never had, in a traditional sense, roommates. Like I lived with my family, obviously, for years, and then when I was 21, I moved into the house I'm in now. Lived alone for most of it. There was a year where I was living with somebody, and then that was difficult because I'm a very...
There's somebody behind you!
It was difficult because I'm a very... I love spending time with people. I love hanging out with people I love. You know, whether that be romantic relationships or hanging out with my friends or family or whatever. But I'm very particular about how I like to spend my time alone. I'm a very enjoy my alone time quite a bit. So living with someone for a year, we shared a space, but I still considered it like my space kind of thing. Because it was the house I've been living in for years prior.
Your house.
The whole routine thing, or like, the whole house kind of essentially feels like my room, like when you're a kid and this is my room, and if you're a little kid, my toys are here and my video games are here and all that.
Yeah, man.
The adult version of that is like, where the fuck is my laundry? Like where is this one?
I know. I just bought 36 pairs of socks. Why do I have 7? And why is it an odd number?
Yeah. And then like I was about to, or like my food, I'm like, I was about to eat this. Where is it?
Yeah.
Then
you find it 3 days later on top of the fucking fridge.
Oh man. Yeah.
It really puts into perspective how you feel like your life was so put together, at least in terms of that, when you lived at home.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, dude, my parents, it's so easy. I could do this. And then you move out and you're like, fuck, dude. Why is the plate for the microwave gone? it kind of puts into perspective.
It's always the most random shit, too.
Yeah.
So
there's a funny story behind that, actually. But
oh, yeah?
I don't know if I should call myself out like that. I was never always a morally correct person. It was a pretty nasty breakup that I went through a few years ago, and they pissed me off so bad that I did steal the plate to their microwave.
That's amazing.
But I bought the microwave, so technically the plate belonged to me. No, that is absolutely abhorrent. I returned the plate. Don't do that.
That's so funny. You returned the fucking plate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I did return the plate,
That's-
but this was also years ago, so
Yeah.
I was young and
I don't
stupid.
encourage it,
I'm still
but that
young and
is funny.
stupid. Yeah. It was
No,
fucking
so
hilarious.
for a while, so home can start to not feel like home, even if you're alone. Like even if you have everything, like when I'm just me and it's in my house and I come home to just me and my cat, even that can still feel disrupted. Like if you're just having a really bad day, or if like when I was working at Amazon, there were just days where I would not leave the house. Like I would just stay in the house rotting because I was so depressed, and you know, I had the option to go see my friends or go on a walk or go to the store if I had the money, you know, but I just chose to just stay and rot. Things that you can do to, it's not going to fix it. A lot of these aren't quick fixes or whatever, but they can alleviate a little bit of the stress, a little bit of the weight that's on your chest. I like to move stuff around a lot. Our brains are coded to, you know, notice patterns and notice new patterns, new like pathways in the brain. So if everything stays the same for way too long, it will start to kind of fuck you up a little bit. Like it, you know, that whole thing where it's like I feel like I'm doing the same thing, living the same day every day, and nothing changes, and I'm stuck in this loop of just unhappiness because, you know, you don't find anything new, you don't have any new experiences. Moving like a room around, or moving furniture, painting, I know it's a lot, but like painting a wall a new color, just finding new stuff to do. Like this room I'm in right now is now my art studio. This used to be the living room for like
Really?
2-3 years.
You changed the living room?
I changed the living room, and now the room behind me that you see with all the superhero shit in the back, that's now my living room, and I like it a lot better.
Yeah.
And my friends that have been coming to my house for years are like, oh, this is so much better. It feels more open. Doing small stuff like that, decorating however you want.
Decorating, man.
And if you do have roommates,
decorating,
it's the best.
It's the fucking best. It's the best.
Especially if you can make your own decorations. That always feels good too.
I remember I was going through a tough time, and I just went out and spent $50. I got some like of those fake hanging leaves, and I grabbed a box of nails, and I was hanging up my swords, and I was hanging up the phone leaves, and I was hanging up a painting that was like a Zelda painting that one of my buddies got me, and it felt like an oasis whenever I was in my room at this particular house. It just felt amazing.
All right. And then another thing I would say is, you know, you hate to add any work or do chores or whatever. I've begun to have a higher appreciation for chores than I did when I was a kid. I still hate doing dishes, I will say that. I despise doing dishes, but I do love listening to music while I do them. I love listening to a podcast, or not even listening to anything at all, and trying to think of like creative ideas. I feel like another whole different topic, but like being creative, the best ideas that you get are in times when nothing creative or fun or anything is happening. When you are bored and your brain is on shutdown, or not necessarily your brain is on shutdown, but when not a lot of stuff is happening around you and your brain's just finding something to do, or some idea to fulfill. Just doing dishes, or it's what the term like shower thoughts are. You have all these weird, cool thoughts in the shower when you're just doing basic, I'm gonna, wash and rinse off and all that. Like putting yourself into like a boring environment like that will spark creativity.
I've got some shower thoughts.
I don't like how seductively you said that, but
if you clean a vacuum, are you a vacuum cleaner? No, I agree with Isaiah. Clean your fucking rooms. Clean your fucking houses. Dude, if you were sitting in filth all the time and you were... what do they call it these days? What do the kids call it? fucking like bed, not bed rotting. It's something like that, to where they
my depression room,
my depression room
kind of thing.
But that you just let
My
the
whole house is
trash
my depression
pile
room.
up, and you are like tripping over fucking bags of Raising Canes to get to your sink. You know, dude, clean your fucking room, clean your fucking house. I promise you, you will be able to breathe. You will feel so much better. And for the 2 hours of effort that you put in, you will have 2 months of happy thoughts afterwards.
I mean, Abby was coming over today, so I like deep cleaned my house and got everything in order, and it did, you know, it's not like as extreme, but for me, like I had just my shit laying around, the clothes on the floor. I hadn't taken my trash out. Like once I did all that, it does. You do feel like you can breathe better in your house. I got some candles today.
Ooh,
let's do an Ollie's haul.
Dude, go get your candles. What do you have?
You want me to go get them?
Yeah, go get your candles, man. I'll talk to the audience. Don't worry about it.
Our poor viewers fucking hate this. They're like, they're not talking.
This
about
is
the
not a
topic.
mental health podcast. All right.
We're just too depressed, guys.
While he's gone, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret of what's happening. So we did reach our 50 follower goal. And so I made a deal with everybody. Take your fucking headphones off. This is secret.
This is a secret for me?
Yeah, take them off.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. So we did hit our 50 follower goal. And we did promise that we were going to have a guest next time we hit that goal. Oh, okay. We are going to have a few guests. We have a few guests on the lineup currently for Roll for Reflection. But after that, if we do reach the 80 follower goal, we are going to do a D&D one-shot on stream. We're going to have some friends join us, and it's going to be pretty damn awesome. So share it to your friends. Share it to anybody that you know. Keep in mind that if we do hit the 80 followers, cool, we'll do it. But also, the other way that we will do the D&D one-shot is if we do reach our $500 goal towards the American Association for Suicide Awareness/Prevention. So we have our what the fuck do you call it? GoFundMe up right now. If you just look up Roll for Reflection on GoFundMe, the link will pop up, and you will be able to donate some money there. Or you can subscribe to our Patreon. It is like $5. Max amount is $12. On the Patreon, you can just get the full unedited versions if you didn't happen to catch it all on stream and you would like to watch all of it. Keep in mind that all of this money goes to the American Association for Suicide Awareness, and it is going towards a greater goal. You're good.
Hello, I'm back. So we've been going for how long have we been going for?
48 minutes.
48 minutes. Should we do one or two more questions?
Yes.
Off this list.
I'm gonna try and keep it to an hour.
I would like to answer: is work-life balance even real, or is it just something people talk about? Because that's like the big question for this episode.
Yeah.
But do you want to do another like small, quick one that we can answer really quick, and then do that one for last?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. All right. Do you want to pick this next one?
Yeah.
And then we'll do the other one?
Yeah.
Strokes my chin, itches my belly.
What?
Smirks.
Clean my belly.
Clean my belly.
Is it okay to say no to extra work even if it might hurt my career? Absolutely. That's an easy one. Hell yeah, it's okay to say no to extra work. I always hear stories about, well, I have to do my manager's job for my pay, blah blah blah. You don't have to. You definitely don't have to. That's easy for me to say because I'm on salary and I am bounded by fucking blood in my contract with the military, so I can't get out no matter what I want. So
sounds very fun.
yeah.
Sounds very lighthearted.
Me personally, I don't think that you should work for a corporation that makes you do more than what you are initially expected to do through your interview or through anything like that. Right. Number one thing for me is no, absolutely not. Do not do more. Do not do more than what is expected of your pay. Do what you are paid to do. And a lot of generations that are older than us are like, oh, these fucking lazy kids don't want to do their job. And it's like, no, dude, I think a lot of people these days, our age, younger and a little bit older, everybody in the Gen Z era just doesn't give a shit about that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So, no, don't do that. And if it does affect your work, sometimes that's just the way the ball rolls. If you really want to keep that job, if you really like that job, yeah, do the extra work. But, take a step back and realize, do you actually like this job? Is this job actually worth your time? Since they make you do all these extra things for the same pay and they aren't taking you as serious as you're taking them. Fruit for thought on my end. What about you, buddy?
I have a very passionate fucking answer for this one.
Lay it on us.
So every job that I've ever done, I try my very hardest. A lot of the jobs I was the go-to guy, especially Rural King. I was a loader. I was one of like maybe 5 loaders. There was not a lot. But I was the guy that everyone would go to with, hey, say, can you do this project? Can you do this for me? Hey, can you help me out with this? Hey, can you, like, some of the loaders barely did their job long enough, they did the less than bare minimum just to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
I was always raised with this just real deep work ethic. So it was more of like, I want to say kind of like a people pleasy ish kind of thing, but I genuinely just love helping people. But it got to a point with every single job. It got to a point where people would take that for granted. People just started passing me off their work. Like, I love helping people. I do not like doing their jobs for them. That's where I draw the line. And that was happening a lot there. Just, hey, can you... There's just one girl, obviously I won't name names, but there was this one girl who was like, hey, can you take this like seed out to the area, and it's like these 2 giant pallets of like bird seed that I had to like hoist out there, which is fine. I was a loader, so I was doing a lot of the heavy lifting stuff. That was fine. But my biggest issue was she wasn't doing it in terms of like, oh, I have something else to do and this would just take a little bit of the workload off. She would tell me to do something and then she would go fuck off to the back and play on her phone for like an hour. That shit pisses me off so bad.
You're joking.
Dude, that's not even, that's just one example. That it was that place, the movie theater, a lot of stuff from Amazon. I have a lot of jobs where it's like I would try my best and really put in effort and ask people if they needed help, and then it got to the point where they would just be like, oh, Isaiah will do it, he'll do anything if you just ask him.
Yeah. That's so gross.
I don't have to do my job. Isaiah can just do it.
That's so gross.
A lot of that happened when I was younger, and then through the years I'm just grizzled, I'm calloused. So I'm just like, you know what, would love to help. I would love to help you with whatever, but I'm not doing it for you, not picking up slack is what bothers me. The hardest workers are just rewarded with more work, which sucks. Like there's no pay incentive. There's no, even I know people joke about it a lot, but the whole like, oh, pizza party, whatever. I even appreciate that. Like, but
I'm indifferent.
I'm not saying everyone should accept that, but me personally, I'm like, that's fine, whatever. I don't need a parade being thrown for me. I just, Just don't like just don't be an asshole.
I'd rather have nothing than a pizza party, to be honest with you.
That's fair.
Feels like I'm a kid or something.
I just like I like pizza.
I like pizza
I'll
too.
Go for pizza.
I will go pizza.
But more money would be even better.
Yeah, why don't you give me time and a half for a day, since the pizzas cost so much.
Time and a half, like a small raise, whatever. Actual incentive instead of just you're doing a good job.
You do a good job. Here's some pizza. I heard you like pepperoni.
I heard you like pepperoni.
Oh, princess, I bought the meat lovers pizza.
The meat lovers. So yeah, that always kind of irked me. Just know your worth is what I would definitely say with that. It is very surprising the amount of people that still genuinely believe that, like, oh, my boss cares about me. or this corporate, if I really work hard and all this and climb up the corporate ladder, which it's like you can go for promotions and stuff, but a lot of the time your hard work is just a paycheck. Mm-hmm. It's just you're just like kind of a number to these people that profit off of you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every manager in the world is awful and not every boss is awful, but like I was kind of raised with this thing where it's like these people aren't your friends. You are there to work.
They're absolutely not your friends.
You can be friendly. You can be have acquaintances and all that, and have a very professional, nice work environment. Hopefully that exists somewhere.
You can even be friends outside of work, 100%.
Yeah, well, dude, I see like screenshots of like me and my boss were joking today, and this is our text messages. I don't think I've had one boss where I'm like, we're pals. Like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do my job, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm jealous because like maybe the movie theater was a lot of cool people, but other than that, it's all just I'm there to work and that's it.
Yeah.
So
that
which is fine.
That disconnect is kind of hard to have as well, because if you are friends with your boss outside of work, the second you go into work, you're not friends anymore. You gotta turn it off.
Yeah.
Because that is the number one way that people get their feelings hurt, is that they get too comfortable around their boss at work and then they start fucking up. Mm-hmm. The boss has to do boss things and then they're like, oh, I thought we were friends. I thought I could fuck up 27 billion times and you'd be okay because we're friends. Like, no, dude, that guy has to get paid too.
Right.
Good answer though.
So yeah. I've just always been very passionate about that kind of stuff. It's like, know your worth, do a good job. I'm not saying slack off or anything, but none of these people are really going to truly appreciate the extra effort you put in, just by like if you're not making them money, it's going to be very tough for them to show more appreciation, is what I've learned. Maybe that's a little too pessimistic, but it's just my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do the last question?
I would like to put in my input for the last question.
Is work and home life real?
So I have a
Jen.
really hard time.
No problem,
Isaac. I have a really hard time balancing my work and home life, and it's really bad. It's really, really bad for me sometimes. And I also sit back and I think to myself, is it even real? Is this a thing, or am I just perpetually working?
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, no, it's real. It's real. Yes, it's real. It's just I have a very bad time with managing my procrastination, managing my own like uncleanliness and depression room and all that shit. And all of these factors that we've been talking about today are all things that play into actually having your work and home life exist. There was a point to where I was friends with my boss. I did have a absolutely disgusting room, and I wasn't sleeping at all, and I was procrastinating everything. and all of these different things. And my work and home life balance did not exist because I came home and I was in fight mode the entire day. So I came home, it was actually survival mode. I came home and I was still just stressing so much about work, oh my God, there's shit on my floor, and I haven't cleaned my cat litter box in like 3 fucking days, and all this shit is going on, and I'm supposed to have this to do, that to do, and that to do, and there was so much going through my head that I couldn't have that work-home life balance. And I actually didn't really have a good grasp on it until now. I moved out to South Korea, and I started completely new. I had 1 duffel bag full of shit that I brought with me in an empty apartment. And that was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. It's taught me so many things about work and home life, and how good it feels to come home to a clean house, and how it feels to not have any responsibilities outside of work that isn't work. I come home and I do whatever I want, and I'm just having the time of my life because I'm on top of it as well. My procrastination has been thrown out the fucking window for the most part. It's still there. I'm not perfect. But if you stay on top of things and you look at the root cause of what's going on, you're like, oh, I don't have any work-home life balance because my job sucks. And it's like, well, dude, your floor is covered in Chick-fil-A sauce and used napkins from Taco Bell. So
you're giving bad PR to like Chick-fil-A and Cane's and all that.
I love Chick-fil-A and Cane's. That's why they have so many.
That's fair.
But, if you've got a disgusting fucking room in a disgusting house and bad habits, and you just don't do anything, yeah, dude, you're not going to have a work-home life balance at all. It's going to suck really bad. But if you stay on top of it and you just do the whew, and you just do it, you'll feel so much better after. Take a breath, clean your room, do this, pay that bill. Yeah, it's going to suck that you now have $80 less in your account, but it's gone now, and it's not going to be $160 a month from now. Sometimes you just gotta. It really sucks that I have to say this, but I don't know another way to put it. Sometimes you just gotta suck it up and do it, because that's really what helped for me the most. Is I sat there and I saw an issue and I was like, I'll deal with it tomorrow. When it gets really bad, I'll deal with it. It was already really bad to begin with, so I just sucked it up and I did it, and everything has been really easy to take care of since then. And this is my oasis. It's my home.
Hell yeah.
How about you, buddy?
One, I do agree with staying on top of things and not letting it build up to the point where it's like a huge, pile of responsibilities that, that are going to overwhelm you. So you just have more work at home and work at work. For me, it's just hard because it's really case by case. It's very specific to who the person is, what they like to do outside of work, and then what they do for work. But I think a good work-life balance should be, if we're talking numbers, I think it should be 70 and 30, to be honest. I don't think there should be a 50-50 balance with that. I think the only work that you should take very seriously and you should you should really like pour yourself into is work that you are passionate about. Not, maybe someone does want to be the best server in the world and they really love serving. If you love your job, then you're not really working, I feel like.
Yeah,
but that's easier to say than to do. Like, not everyone has their dream job. Some people are working at Amazon. Some people are working at like a server job, like me. Some
military.
People were working military, construction.
Blue collar.
So, blue collar. My collar blue, but my
nigga's red.
I love those videos.
They're so funny too.
They're so goofy, but it's accurate. But yeah, so trying to find like a good first, this is going to be kind of like a few parters. Finding a job that you feel like you fit in at is very nice. Like, what?
You said that. It's just that Snapchat you sent me yesterday.
Oh, the other. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but
yeah, I was not a happy camper the other day, and I was venting. So like, I stopped working at the movie theater for a few reasons, mostly financial, because I was moving out of my parents' house, and movie theater money isn't really going to pay the bills. But I genuinely did love that place for the first few months. Like, I loved being there. I love movies. I love having free movies that I took my family and friends to. I met a lot of cool people. Like, some of these people that I met at the movie theater are very close friends that I still hang out with today. I can't say that for every job. You know, you meet people that are trying to work in movie. Like, there was this guy who was a film major while he was working at the movie theater. It's like he's combining the passions that he has by being in an environment that feels best for him.
Were you working in the movie theater when the Minecraft movie came out?
No, thank God. The closest thing to that was whichever Despicable Me movie came out, and kids were throwing bananas at the screen.
You're joking.
That pissed me off. I swear on my mother's life. So it was that trend where they would, like, these kids would bring their dates and they would dress up really fancy, like in tuxedos and prom dresses and all that. And they're like, we're taking our lovely dates to the movies to see a very sophisticated movie. Yeah, and the joke was that it was a goofy kids movie, and they brought bananas that they would have to like sneak into the movie theater, and there was like a part where the minion goes banana, and then they all jump up and they throw bananas at the screen. And it's not even the fact that it was just a dumb trend that pissed me off, is that we had this guy Michael. He's mostly like an usher, like janitor kind of guy. He was the sweetest man I have ever met in my entire life, and I just adore him. And he's just this little older dude, and he had to clean up like a bunch of these theaters.
Oh,
I mean, with other ushers too. But the fact that they were hurting my poor Michael, and I love him to death. So that's what really pissed me off.
I have a question about that. Do people who work in movie theaters actually care if you sneak in snacks or not?
I fucking didn't. There's no the people that cared were the assistant managers that took their jobs too seriously, because they were 19-year-olds who got a little bit of power, and they're like, yeah, actually, we can't have that in here. And it's like, I know they're just doing their job, but if I was an assistant manager at that place, I would, dude, just don't bring in anything, crazy. Don't bring in weapons, obviously. Don't bring in,
because people were throwing like chicken at each other during the Minecraft movie, or ender pearls and shit like that.
I don't remember that. The biggest thing with the Minecraft movie is that they were just like repeating everything. Like they would see the movie multiple times. Flint and steel, and they would sing Lava Chicken. Flint and steel. I adore Jack Black, so I try to do this.
Water bucket deploy.
He's the best part of that movie.
It is, yeah.
I'm not even. You don't even have to be a Minecraft fan to enjoy that movie. It's just Jack Black the movie. No, yeah. I don't give a shit if people, because everyone does it.
Yeah.
One person snuck in a fucking salad into the movie theater, and I was ushering that day, and I was cleaning up, and I saw it, like a whole bottle of ranch and this empty salad. I swear to God, and a salad thing, and I'm on the radio. I'm like, someone brought a salad into the theater, and some person at the snack bar, forget who, was talking about, they brought salad or whatever, and they were talking to me about it. And they could hear us over the radio, like the customers could hear us over the radio, because this guy didn't have his earpiece in. And I go, what kind of fucking loser brings a salad into the movie theater?
No.
And they told me a bunch of ladies that heard me say it were laughing because I was just so upset about the salad.
That's so funny.
It's like, dude, sneak in something good. You're gonna sneak in a salad into the movie theater.
Those
You're
guys
eating
who
a salad
bring
in the
like
dark?
the whole griddle and then they plug it into the seat and they start like cooking a steak in the movie theater. Have you seen those?
That's funny though. But someone's bringing in a salad. You're gonna eat a messy ass salad in the dark. You're gonna like walk out with ranch and lettuce all over you. You fucking
ranch
turtle.
on your.
This happened like 3 years ago. I'm still mad about it. Like, why would you bring in a salad? Bring in peanut M&Ms like a normal person.
Oh my god, dude! I fucking love. I love peanut M&M, Reese's Pieces, bro. That was my deal. Back in the day when I ate chocolate.
That was my whole lunch for like an entire summer. Was just like peanut M&Ms, Diet Coke, and then the pretzels and cheese. Every single break, I would get that. I would bring my comic books in. And I'm just being nostalgic for the movie theater.
No. Greener pastures. Greener pastures.
I'm telling you, if they made better money, I would still work there. I promise you.
We had a coup in New Mexico. There was only one movie theater for as far as the fucking eye can see. And everybody in that movie theater, every single employee, besides like the manager, just quit. They just left. One day they left. And this movie theater has a bowling alley inside of it, a laser tag thing inside of it, a bar. Like it's a big ass fucking thing. And they all quit.
Laser tag arena?
When you're getting paid $8 an hour in 2020.
They're getting paid $8
in 2024.
I was getting paid $11 an hour, I think.
Yeah.
That's better than. That's crazy.
Minimum wage here is like $15-$16.
Minimum wage. That is crazy.
We are rounding up at the end, so Isaiah, if you would like to expunge on your.
Sorry.
We got sidetracked.
We did get wow, surprising. We got sidetracked.
Yeah,
us?
imagine
Us of all people.
Stone Cold Steve Austin breaking 2 chickens above his head. If you're a new viewer, then you wouldn't understand. You had to be there for the beginning.
Just go back and watch our YouTube videos.
Go back and watch the YouTube videos. It should be in episode 1, or I think maybe episode 2 or 3. I think you should watch all of them, man. And
earlier episodes, yeah.
I think you should just watch all of them.
You should watch all and share it with your friends and family.
Yeah.
And your enemies.
Especially your enemies.
Especially watch this fucking podcast. I hate you.
But I care about your mental health.
Learn more about your mental health so I can hate you less.
There you go.
Just to round it up, I feel like you should definitely focus way more on your life. Put yourself first when it comes to a job, because it is just a job. It is something we are all forced to get and make money with. But if you do everything you possibly can to focus on yourself, unless your job is something pertaining to you, that if you love your job and you're very passionate about it, you want to make your job your career, then put yourself into that. But if there's a difference between a career and a job, and that's what I'm at a job. So if it's just a job it's just a way to get money, please don't stress yourself out. Like, do everything you can just to keep in mind that it's just for money, but yeah, I feel like this was a ranty episode more than an answer episode, but I had a lot of fun today.
I feel like all of our rants culminated in a one big answer, though. Everything that we talked about today, it's some advice that you guys can take with you moving forward. Once again, we'll say it because we talked about it last session. Some people were pretty angry because we're not mental health professionals. That's right, we're not mental health professionals. And this podcast is completely opinion-based, and we're just trying to let people out there know that it's okay to feel this way. Obviously, seek help whenever you need it, but if you don't think that you need a therapist or anything like that and you just want some guys to talk to, you're more than welcome to pop into here and talk to us. Shoot a comment, and we will respond to it. So...
This is a speakeasy. This is not a therapist office. Like, we've said that I'm still baffled that people were like, these guys aren't. It's like, yeah, we say that every episode.
We are not mental health professionals. We are going to joke around and talk about our experiences and complain and have these crazy fucking thoughts. And That's okay.
Yeah, this is a yap session.
It's a yap session, and we are completely fine with just sitting here yapping with some buddies, and maybe you guys can get some insight out of what we yap about.
Yeah. Sure.
Remember, go donate to the GoFundMe at GoFundMe/Roll for Reflection, and go subscribe to the Patreon at Roll for Reflection, Patreon, whatever the fuck. Our YouTube channel, we've actually been catching some traction on our YouTube channel quite recently. YouTube.com/Roll4Reflection, and then on TikTok you can find us at Roll for Reflection Official, and then on Instagram you can find us at
Roll for Reflection Official.
There you go. Look at that. Easy peasy.
Yeah, sure.
We really do appreciate all the support that you guys are giving us, even if it's only like 10 of you or 11 of you showing up every stream. It still means a lot to both of us that you guys are showing up and just listening. We would love to have more engagement from you guys. So if you have a thought, or if you disagree with something that we say, or you agree, throw it in the comments. This is not a place where we're going to bash you for having a different opinion than us. We are here to learn just as much as other people are here to learn. So in the future, if you guys come back and have any thoughts that you want to share with us, let us know. It's awesome to hear what you guys have to think as well.
I always just want to say some off-the-wall joke. I have to restrain myself.
Say it.
Like, we won't bash you for having a different opinion, but I'm like, but I will dox you. I will release your information.
We will take your eyelids.
Yeah, we won't bash you for having a different. No, it's just very specific. I'll take your eyelids.
No.
No, but yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for showing up to our podcast. It was a pleasure, Isaiah. It was a pleasure to be with you once again, my friend.
Absolutely.
Everybody, take care of yourselves out there, and look after one another. Isaiah, you got any closing comments?
No. Happy Spooktober. Spooky season. We've been having a Halloween movie marathon. We're gonna watch Over the Garden Wall tonight and make ghost pizzas.
Whoa.
This is the loveliest time of the year for me. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing about the podcast. I'm just like, I love Halloween.
I love Halloween too. And also keep posted, because Isaiah and I, in the theme of Spookyton, might be posting some scary video game videos. Maybe. We will have to get our scheduling right, because we can barely do this podcast. So we will see what happens, but turn the notifications on Twitch and YouTube, and catch our streams and videos whenever they come out. But if there's nothing left from you, Mr. Isaiah,
I'm good.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. You are always welcome at our table. Bye-bye.